What up, everybody? It's BBKDRAGOON coming at you today with a shorter Halo Wars 2 tip video. My 20-minute live game from a few days ago was a little bit long, and I wanted to do something that would be just boom, 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 laundry list of tips that are going to help you. Unknown things with the controls. I am a StarCraft veteran. I am not a Halo Wars veteran, so if I say things incorrectly, please cut me a little bit of slack. But these tips I'm giving you today will help you. When the game opens up, I'm doing an infantry heavy build that gets me into a fast expand. So I usually go supply pad, generator, supply pad, barracks, because I want infantry upgrades a little bit later. And right off the start too, as I'm doing that, I grab my troops and I begin taking points, as well as the little lightning bolt points on the map. You only need one unit to take the lightning bolt points, so you can just break off one guy and send it to it. Also, when the game begins, I start unit production out of my main base. Throughout the first 5-6 minutes of the game, I'm trying to continually produce infantry units out of my main base as I'm starting it out. So take the small one pad behind your base. Shoutouts to the guy in my previous video who pointed this out. There are little one pad bases that sit behind your initial spawn, or a little bit to the left of it. You want to take this. This is an extra generator or an extra supply pad for you. In the beginning of the game, I usually go with a supply pad. You can hold down the left button to scroll across the map faster. It's a very useful thing. Make sure to pull the right thumbstick back or down to pull the camera out for a wider view of the battlefield immediately when the game begins. Also, hit the back button to select the commander perks that you want. I usually go with the one that makes my units faster when I'm playing as Cutter, or when I'm playing the Covenant, I like the one that makes my tech structures a bit cheaper and faster to build. And then I usually use the healing ability. You're going to want to be hitting back throughout the game to spend those commander points, because that heal and some of the abilities in there, experiment with them, they can be quite powerful. Try to continuously build new infantry units during the first part of the game. You know, you want to have a steady flow of units, not just the first part, but throughout the match, okay? Do not stack the queue. That means if you have enough money to buy 3 sets of Marines, don't buy all 3 at once. That's money sitting in the bank that you can't use. Instead, you want to try and purchase them right before the one producing finishes. So if I bought 10 Marines and I had it just sitting there, that's 9 Marines worth of minerals and gas, or like supplies and generator energy, that's not even useful. I can't use it to build structures. I can't use it for anything because it's just sitting in the queue. So don't stack the queue. Expand within the first 3 minutes of the match. Here's a backbone tip of RTS. More money equals more troops, more tech. The person who can expand faster, safely, mind you, the person who can expand faster will have more resources coming into their bank, and if they're efficiently spending them, will get a bigger army faster, or get upgrades faster. So usually on my expansion, I go pad, generator, generator, or I can go pad, generator, pad, depending on if I'm going a more tech-heavy build. If I'm going a more infantry-heavy build, then I'll get 2 supply pads, 1 generator. Make sure you keep your units active on the map. You're going to want to continue capping bases. The new elimination game mode is out. That means using your units to kill opponent structures and take opponents like watch points and what are they called in this game? I don't know, but the bunkers, basically the little towers people bunker up in, okay? Upgrade your main base to a level 2 after expanding so that you can get tech units like air or vehicles. I've said this before, vehicles, air, and infantry all act like a rock, paper, scissors battle, so you're going to want to implement them into your composition later in the game. Continue expanding throughout the match, taking the 1 and 2 pads that are scattered around the map. Be safe with this. You obviously don't want to take theirs, because that could be a very easy set of structures for them to kill, and you lose quite a bit of money, since expansions and those little pads can cost you, and they do add up. After taking your second base and making sure that your command center, your initial base, is upgraded to the 2nd tier, you want to make an armory. And from that armory, you want to make sure you upgrade your unit cap from 60 until 80. Thanks to you guys who pointed that out on the last video, there's an upgrade in the armory that you can use to upgrade the unit cap from 60 to 80. That's very important. Once you get that unit cap upgrade, make sure you get the upgrade that allows you to create units faster. Very helpful for reinforcing after taking some fights. Around this time, you're going to want to pick a tech tree like vehicles or air. I usually like to have the healing air units in combination with my upgraded infantry. Speaking of which, make sure you're upgrading your infantry from your barracks. You want those guys pushed up to infantry level 3 if you're going for a heavy infantry build. Keep your units active. Always be spending your minerals and keep them low. If your bank is stacking up really high, you're not spending efficiently. Try and pump units out and keep upgrading tech so that you keep that mineral cost low. The person that spends efficiently is the one who's going to win in RTS. Again, do not stack the queues, keep expanding. There's a lot of resources scattered around the map. Don't be afraid to split some troops to take objectives. Most points don't require your whole army to take with them unless there is a big fight. So that's all the stuff that I have here. I'm sure there's people in the comments who know a whole lot more about Halo Wars who can tell you even more nuggets of knowledge, but that's the stuff that I have learned. I'm really, really enjoying this beta. It's been very fun, and I hope it goes on a little bit longer than I think it's a week is what they were initially saying. So, wink, wink, nod, nod. 343, make it last a little bit longer. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.